Hi, me again, and another Ida training video. So I was going to do the same as I did in my last video, but as I approached Ida, she seemed to be okay with me coming close to her. So I was slow, careful. I talked to her, lots of "Hello, Ida, that's a good girl" kind of thing, and she actually let me catch her. So I'll let you watch me as I'm catching her here. So here I kind of removed the pressure by just walking away a little bit as a reward for her. I don't want to just walk up and catch her at the moment. I want her to actually be okay with me being in her presence all the time. At the moment, she acts a bit like an aloof cat. You know, it's like, I am tolerating you. Provided you give me food and scratches, I will be happy. But I'm going to make a mean face. Obviously, in this instance, she doesn't get claws out because she doesn't have any. She gets her teeth and she gets her feet out. So here I go back, I'm talking to her again, nice voice, good girl, that sort of thing. And I just have a look, and I know she's happy to be caught if she kind of dips her nose slightly into the noseband of the head collar. So we put the head collar on. Now, of course, because she was happy to let me catch her, I'm not going to do a join up type of thing with her on this occasion. So we changed tact. One of the things that any good trainer will do is they will assess the ponies sort of how they are on that day. If they are in a vile mood, you might just work on join up and getting them to approach you without the nasty face and then leave it at that. In this instance, she let me catch her. I praised her. And now I'm just using the flag to touch her all over. Now, there are two reasons I use the flag. One is desensitization, because I want her to be fine with things flapping around. If a child's going to ride her, we don't want her spooking everywhere. Again, she's a nervous pony, so desensitization is good. And there is a good way and a bad way to do desensitization. So do be careful. Go and learn from someone if you are inexperienced. Don't actually just jump in and do it yourself, because especially with a pony like Ida, I've grown up with horses. I can't even remember the first time I sat on a pony because I was so young. My mother had horses, my grandmother on her side had horses, and my great-grandmother also on my mother's side had horses. So we have a long tradition of horses in my family. I also have multiple qualifications under my belt to add to my experience as well. Now, here you will see that I was stroking her on the belly because she doesn't like a belly touched, but that was where I touched her inner thigh. Now, that is an area I didn't realise she was sensitive about, because I've always been focusing a lot on the belly, because obviously you've got to put the girth there and you need to be able to groom where the girth goes so that you can actually tack her up so it doesn't rub. So her little spook there was because I touched her inner thigh. So I basically am now focusing on things like that area. And a good way to focus on that, again, you need experience to do this. Do not go and try this at home if you've never done it before or never worked with a pony who is opinionated, for lack of a better word, because it can be dangerous. And I have been kicked, I have been bitten. I think I mentioned in the last video as well. Now, one of the things I do is when I'm touching an area that she doesn't want touched, I use the flag because it keeps me further away from the pony. So if she does kick, then I can get out of the way. Another thing that I will do is I will keep it on there, particularly if she's moving. I will keep it on there until she stops moving. Like here, for example, I am moving with her. I'm making sure that I'm pulling her head round, and I'm literally just touching. I'm lifting my hand because that's my lunge signal to stand, and eventually she stands, so I take the pressure away and I move away from her as a reward. This is something that I have learned through experience and since I was young, and from all sorts of other trainers. You know, you find your own way and what works for you. Nobody trains exactly the same way, despite what certain organisations will tell you. And here you can see she's let me touch her with just a slight flicker, as if a fly had touched her. And I've gone to walk away, and she's walked towards me, which is essentially, you know, in equine behaviour is good. It's what I'm looking for. So once I'm happy with that, I do move on to something different, which is actually asking her to pick up her legs. Now, Ida was a challenge to get her to pick up her legs. The challenge was that I no longer wanted love bites. I got a lot of bruised backs. I even got a bruised chest area, which was most uncomfortable, because she was quite difficult. I don't like using ropes unless I really have to. I have had to use ropes over the years with a couple of horses, but as soon as I have shown them what I want them to do and that it's fine, they actually learn that it's okay, and they don't have, you know, they just pick up their feet, because that's the thing. Your horse's legs are very important to them from a psychological aspect. A horse's legs are how they get away from the scary things. So if you have a horse that has never had their legs touched, then they are going to naturally go, I don't like it, and they might kick or they might bite and so on. Here I'm just giving her a cuddle because she's being such a good girl, which is hilarious because this was yesterday, and today she has a vile mood. She had a terrible temper. She has shaken her head and bared her teeth at me with her ears back, but she was lovely this morning. So I was quite happy here, and you'll see here I'm just stroking down her back legs. Now her front legs, I have taught her that I will run my hands down, and with 2 fingers I will just tap her underneath the knee and she will pick it up. The back legs aren't quite so easy to do, and you'll see that she is quite fussy with her back legs. So I'm just teaching her now that a light touch and I just wanted to pick it up. Now it will take time, and I'll have to do this quite a lot, so I won't film it every time I do it, but I will film it sporadically to show you as she improves. I'm literally just teaching her now that if I touch it, she picks it up, because one of her little vices, even though she now knows that I'm just picking up her feet to get the stones and crud out of her feet, her back legs generally, she just clamps them down to the ground, and she's very difficult to pick them up. She has tried every trick in the book. She's leaned on me, she's bitten me, she's reared up, and so on. So again, this is not a beginner trainer horse. No trainer who hasn't ever dealt with a difficult horse should ever go anywhere near this. Start with a problem horse that is easier, because Ida is not easy. There is a lovely pony in there, but getting the lovely pony out is where the difficulty lies, which is partly why I genuinely feel something's happened to her. I could be wrong. I don't know her history, other than the fact that she was a Withypool stud mare, and that she came off the moors to do with the Withypool. What happened after she was sold from that stud, I don't know. She was too young to really have had any foals. She doesn't look like she's had any foals, so she is a barren mare at the moment. So there we go. So here, going back to the picking up thing, you'll see that I just tap her lightly, bit like when you're riding and you've got a schooling whip, and you just need them to move the bum over for turn on the forehand, say, or you want them to pick themselves up a little bit more, or zhuzh them on a bit. You're not going to like smack them. I mean, you shouldn't smack them regardless. You're just going to give them a couple of taps, a little fly touch. And then as soon as she's picked up the leg and she's started stopping when she does that, so she doesn't move on, that's when I finished. I praised her up, took the head collar off, let her be, and I'm just leaving her out in the yard at the moment because she gets sweaty and she seems really nervous in the stable. I don't know why, because she was fine in the last stable, but the last stables had only half a partition, so Margot and Ida could see each other and talk to each other over the middle partition. If you've got this far in the video and you like what I'm talking about, then do follow, leave a like, press all the buttons, and also put Ida's a star in the comments for me, just to let me know that you did actually listen to this. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.